Good afternoon, Arkansas Valley. You are tuned into the AV Connection here on the Ark Valley Entertainment Facebook page, where we connect you to local business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, influencers, and small city celebrities on a Monday through Friday basis. Guys, today we are hanging out with my man Zach Gardner, Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving LLC, commonly known and referred to as Zach the Chainsaw Guy. So we're excited to hang out. But we're branded, we're coming up. We were just talking before the show, man. You've become very popular, almost like a household name in the last 6 months or so since the last time we talked to you.
Yeah.
A lot going on with you, man. So I'm excited to be here with you today.
Yeah,
we are braving the storm outside, so we are here in the studio, in the house itself, hanging out with LC. Guys, we got a lot to talk about, so we sure do appreciate you guys tuning in. Big shout out, of course, to all the supporters, all the viewers, and all of the sponsors to the show. I do want to thank Home Sync Security, Felix Family Farms, SoCo Froyo, Blue Ribbon Processing, Arkansas Valley Resource Center, Junction Plaza, Twisted Steel Gym, Tiger House. Wow, it's coming down. We are live on location here in Rocky Ford, guys, and the rain is coming down.
Yep.
Tiger Hunt Smoke Shop. Speaking of Rocky Ford, big shout out to those guys. BZ Events, another Rocky Ford business, the State Bank of La Junta, Master Night Photography, C-SED Incorporated, which of course is the parent company to C-Tran. I've been seeing these buses around all over Lamar to Rocky Ford, guys. Remember, C-Tran is the new mobile bus unit connecting bus rides from Rocky Ford to Lamar and every stop in between, even out in Hasty, Glade, and things like that, guys. So take advantage of them. Panther Tax Resolution out in Lamar, and Hearth and Home Realty, another great company here in Rocky Ford. Of course, Elaine and Blaine Boulay. Guys, thank you all so much for your continued contribution to the AV Connection. You can, as always, go check out the sponsors tagged above in the description. They are all there. Go tap in, check in, support what they're doing as they're supporting us here on the AV Connection. And we just brought Zach back. So, guys, Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving LLC back to the show. Thank you so much for that, Zach. Guys, we are here. We are hanging out in Rocky Ford. Zach, I know, like you said, you've become very popular lately. A lot of people are familiar now with you, with your story. But for those who this may be a first-time introduction, I guess kind of give us a little Spark Note version of, you know, where you're from, kind of when you got to the area, and what's kind of made chainsaw art and carving, you know, take over your life and your business here in the valley.
I guess I'm a Colorado native. I grew up in the mountains of Colorado, so seeing chainsaw carving was something I was kind of used to. I've seen it done a couple of times, but never had any formal training. And some years back, I kind of just threw a post on the ground and decided I'd give it a shot and try and carve my first bear. And I loved it so much that I was just hooked. So any opportunity I got, I carved from that point. And then a few years back, I decided, well, I was kind of asked to do a live performance for a business. And I agreed to it because I just got a brand new chainsaw. And I did that. And from there it was like, oh, would you please come and do our fair? And so I was like, yeah. And I went and did the fair and got invited to 2 more after that. And then the next thing I know, I couldn't help but carve full time, so I had inventory for shows.
Nice.
So
nice.
It was kind of go professional from there and carve full time.
And about what year was this?
This would have been 4 years ago.
Okay, 4 years ago. And you've been in Rocky Ford in the Arkansas Valley now for how long?
For a year. So this past Cruising in the Summer Festival was my 1 year mark doing business up here in Rocky Ford.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know the community has been really well receptive. I mean, I think back, and I was looking back at your Facebook page because I was trying to track down our first episode. Guys, December 4th, just a little tidbit for you if you want to go check out the first episode with this guy. Dude, the project you did for the Rocky Ford Police Department, you know, the projects you did for Tri-County Family Care Center. I mean, you've been, numerous others. You've been all over the place. That's why. That's wicked. Guys, I'm glad that you're inside, tuned in. Stay indoors. It's coming. Yeah. It's bad. If it's not hit La Junta yet, then it's on its way.
Yeah.
Dude, you've just been so involved in the community. People have been so taken back at your work. People have been so amazed with you, and you've been, you know, you're backed up constantly. You got so many projects, so many orders, people coming in and supporting what you're doing. Kind of, I remember when we first started talking, 6 months ago. So you're really relatively new to the area, to the Rocky Ford business. and seeing kind of where it's ballooned from there, dude. Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about that journey and that rise.
So luckily I've been so blessed to be here in this community, and in the last 6 months or so, normally I'd be traveling by now, and previous years I'd be traveling all around Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma. Last year I did a lot in New Mexico, Arizona, Wyoming, and so my plan this year was to go ahead and go and travel again and run that other circuit. I even traveled with the carnival for a little bit last year, which was super fun. But luckily, I've had so much work, so much business up here that I haven't had to travel yet, except for doing local community shows.
Right, right.
And that's more just about being a part of the community and getting to help out. So it's really blossomed into something that I'm very proud of. I feel I worked very hard for, and I'm just grateful to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to see your rise, dude, to see you come up and just, like I said, really get an anchor in the community. I think that's where, that real solid foundation came from, is immediately, kind of hit the ground running, involved in these events, involved with these organizations, donating projects, things like that. I know you've donated a lot for, smaller auctions. I mean, dude, there's just numerous things that I've been a part of where, your work's been a part of as well. And so I'm kind of first-hand testament to that. If, this guy's been everywhere. I know you donate a lot and do a lot, dude, from Lorena all the way down to Valley Lamar. I think I've even seen a few donations out there that way, dude. So it's great to see.
It's always, I try and, as far as donation goes, I try and stay with, like first responders always have my heart. Military vets, definitely, and if I could do stuff for schools too.
So do you kind of offer those discounts as well if people are shopping just on the retail side?
I do. So depending on where you're coming from, I do offer discounts. I have very reasonable rates anyways, but I want to do something special for the people that serve us.
Right. That's great. That's great.
So like, especially teachers. Teachers, I think, those are our real superheroes, and we should be treating them as much as we can. So that's why I like to do stuff with schools as well.
That's awesome, man. And I always say, I think when you start something and operate something within like the goodness of your heart, you want to give back, you want to be involved, you want to show that appreciation. I've noticed a lot, I've gone almost 200 episodes with this now, dude. So
yeah, that's a lot.
Sat down and talked to a lot of businesses, a lot of business owners, and I've always noticed a common trend throughout is the people that are very grateful and very, very giving back and very appreciative for that support and have their heart in the right place. Those are the ones that I often see succeed. Wow. Often see succeed, more often than not, because it's just that continued ecosystem of, that in these smaller communities you have to have your, your hand on the pulse of the community, for sure.
I believe so, and this is such a wonderful community too, I gotta tell you that. For any of you that are watching, when you guys swing by the shop while I'm working and want to just check things out, I love that so much.
Right.
I really feel supported when you guys do that, and it's awesome for me to get to share that with you. So thank you.
I know when we run across each other at events, dude, people are always very excited that the chainsaw guy's here. We're going to see the chainsaw guy. You've done everything, like you said. I think it's so ironic that you started with a bear. Kind of inside joke, I guess, in the industry. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you carve, you'll always be known best for your bears, right?
Yeah. It's
just
the only carving I've ever kept. Right. My very first bear.
Is your very first bear. Mm-hmm. You've done bears. I've seen all sizes, down to a foot, 2 feet, all the way up 6, 8, 10 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, you do big, small, little projects. What is actually one of the biggest projects you've ever done in terms of feet?
So I've done some really big trees, and I couldn't exactly say how tall, but over 15 feet, 18 feet, 20 feet. So big trees, and that's generally my biggest. In fact, I'm about to do a tree on Fort Carson over there at the golf course.
Wow.
28 foot tall.
Dude, congratulations. Like I said, that's so awesome, dude. That's so awesome.
So I'm really excited about that. I know they're itching at the bit.
What is it going to be, like military scenery or kind of?
Kind of. So they want to tie in the military, the Colorado with it. So we're thinking maybe doing like a soaring eagle up at the top with maybe like a cougar climbing down the tree in the middle, and then definitely large bear at the bottom.
Wow.
But we're going to try and deck it all out with patriotic, a nice big flag. And just stuff that ties the base in with the community.
Kind of totem pole style.
And they want it to represent, it's on the golf course itself, and so they're going to start televising from the golf course, and
Oh,
they
wow.
want it to kind of be like the staple thing that that people see.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, Zach. Congratulations, man. So, like I said, running joke with the bears, but I mean, you're damn good at them, right? And if anybody wants a bear, get a hold of this guy. He got you on a bear.
I do bears less expensive than I do most things because I can knock them out relatively quickly.
And what I like about you, dude, is just really like the artistic foundation of your business. You're able to take anything relatively. I don't know if you've turned down an idea yet. I mean, if people come to you, very custom order.
Yeah.
So guys, it's like your imagination is the only limitation, right? Is what I've learned with you, dude. And you know, things like this that
He's
are
making a
custom
run for it.
pieces.
This is my rescue kitten. by
Yeah,
the
that's
way.
big news
He's
here.
making a
Valley.
run for it.
Right, yeah. Rescued off the side of the highway, so like I said, just genuinely good guy. Things like this, which are kind of inspired from a few different pieces, a few different ideas, but are custom. You know, one thing I've seen you get into a lot are the.
I think he's very young.
I've really seen you get into like the memorial pieces, right? People want to come to you, memorial, even for family members, but pets. Things like that are definitely able
I've
to
done a
come
lot
and,
of
and
pets,
bring like photos in of pets and family members, and can get realistic, lifelike 3D memorial pieces of their loved ones and their fallen pets and things like that. All the way, like you said, to just different things. We're working on a Buzz Lightyear together now, which is going to be really, really cool. I've seen, one of the first pieces I got from you was a Groot. You've done a lot of Groots. The thing that brought me into your tent, I'll never forget it, the first time we met was your Harry Potter brooms. I don't know if you remember that. I was so fascinated with those. Just the realism, and as you said, never took like a formal class. You grew up in the mountains, so you definitely been around chainsaws, cutting down trees, things like that. But when did you and how did you really start acquiring that next level talent and skill, and realizing like, man, I really do have a unique skill for this, and starting to acquire all of this next level detail and things like that?
So I never really believed in myself in the beginning. I kind of was just doing it to do it. So it's the 3 Ps: the practice, the patience, and the persistence is all I really threw into it. But it was people like you that kept telling me, this is really great. That gave me the confidence to keep going next level and keep doing harder and harder and harder. And if I didn't have that kind of support, I definitely would not be where I am right now.
Wow. Well, what would you say, and when I first asked you, the first one to come to your mind, the hardest project you've ever had, most difficult project you've come across to this point?
Definitely the most challenging, I would say, is when I go to do people's trees at their houses, because that's a first take, don't mess it up.
Right.
And you got to pack as many ideas that they have and try and incorporate them into a carving. And so the multiple totem pole picture carving pieces that I do for them are definitely some of the most complicated. Some of the most time consuming recently were the turkey that I did and the Yoda. That one took
Yoda
a
was
long
tough
time.
one, yeah.
That was about 50 hours of work.
Wow.
So
how many hours was this one behind us here, LC?
LC took me, I want to say 24 hours.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And when did you start moving away from, I guess, just kind of like the bare naked wood look, and really start putting, stain, varnish, and even paint and fine paint detail into your work too? When did that transition kind of take place?
So I had to watch a lot of YouTube in order to learn how to paint my carvings. And then follow the advice of people that came before me, standing on their shoulders about how to seal it and protect it. So that was something I did have to learn from other people. And eventually, after painting so long with my carvings, I got really good at it. I still cannot put paint to canvas. I cannot draw, but I can do everything with my carvings really great. And that, like I said, just follows a lot of practice, patience, and persistence.
Awesome. So I know you don't necessarily have like a retail space right now, but you definitely have like a space where you're out in the open, you're in the community. What's your space? What's your location right now? If people want to come by, check out some of your stuff, check you in action, check you out at work. What are kind of like the times they can do that, and where can they do that?
Yeah. So I'm actually in a few different stores and a few different galleries. I have one up in Peyton, Colorado, that I borrow some space from good friends of mine. If you're up in that way, we can always get you the address. My personal location is over here off of Main Street, the Jenner Plumbing Building. I rent the back half of that building, and I carve back behind there. So it's right across the street from the Gem Theater, or not the Gem Theater, sorry, the movie theater.
Now you threw me off. That was so funky. You threw me off. But the Grand Theater.
The Grand Theater.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, the Gem Theater is a wonderful theater in Walsh. But yeah, right across the street from the Grand Theater. So you can generally always find me around here. I've got ring doorbells. If you can't find me, you can always press that button to get a hold of me. Or Facebook messaging is an amazing way to get a hold of me. That's how I can communicate with you. We can send pictures and videos back and forth. And then as far as storefronts go, I actually work really closely with Klein Makerspace. I teach classes over there for carving and sculpting. And they have a storefront that they use and let me put some of my carvings in there as well.
So you can check out some of your work at Klein Makerspace as well.
Yeah, if you're looking for something that's already made, that is the definite location to go. And they're located in La Junta, over across the street from the courthouse.
Right.
I think that's
Downtown.
Main Street. Yeah, downtown right there. So that's another great place to go and check out my work.
Santa Fe and 3rd. Santa Fe and 3rd. Corner of Santa Fe and 3rd. Awesome, man. And of course, like you said, Facebook is a good place to go, and we do have Zach Gardner tagged above in the description. So guys, you can go tap that in, check that out, and support everything that Zach's doing. There's a lot of, I've gone through your social media, there's a lot of really great pictures, videos of a lot of your work and a lot of the things you've done as well. So guys, go check out that Facebook page, really great resource. While you're there, again, check out and support all of the Facebook pages of our great sponsors. Guys, big shout out to HomeSync Security, Felix Family Farms, Soco Froyo, Blue Ribbon Processing, Arkansas Valley Resource Center, Tiger Hunt Smoke Shop, Twisted Steel Gym, Junction Plaza, BZ Events, the State Bank of La Junta, Master Night Photography, CSED Incorporated, Panther Tax Resolution, Hearth and Home Realty, and last but not least, back to the show, Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving LLC. Like you said, man, come a long way. You've got some merchandise available now, some hats available. You got shirts and stuff coming on the way, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Klein Makerspace also does my hats, my logo. If you're looking for stuff like that, they do custom orders, and they are amazing.
That's awesome.
Can we talk about you for a second?
Sure.
Do you mind?
Sure, yeah.
So we've known each other for a better part of a year now. And where you've taken the Ark Valley Entertainment is just amazing.
Oh,
so
I appreciate that.
I get nothing but constant compliments about you, especially when you come up in our conversation. I was just over with the Tri-County Family Care Center for a meeting with them about next year's, the rest of this year's festivities and next year's, and we are all just impressed with how much you can actually tackle with what you do. So if you guys don't know, I mean, you're doing like DJ work and I mean, just a broad variety. You did the car show for them. You broke away, did the car show, did the pie eating contest.
Right.
And I just wanted to tell you how grateful I am that you're out there and doing what you're doing. Man.
Thank you.
It's really great.
And I appreciate you because you were one of my early episodes as well too, dude. So it's like you kind of got involved with me early, and everyone, same thing. It's just the support, like you said, with what you're doing. I couldn't be here without the support of the sponsors, everyone tuning in. We're up to like 2,000-3,000 views a day now,
that's great.
which is crazy to me.
Awesome.
I've never sponsored anything. I don't pay to boost anything. I spam the shit out of all the groups, and we all know that, right? Like on a daily basis, I'm in every single group until I can find more and be in those too, But 2,000-3,000 views a day. I mean, that's these guys. That's the community tuning in. That's everyone supporting, and it's the guests. It's guys like Zach and what everyone. My content is what the community is doing. So that's what people are tuning in for. That's what they're seeing. So it's come back to you guys and local business owners, entrepreneurs, everyone we support on the show. That's what the people are interested in. So I appreciate that, man. I do thank you. And thank you for everything you've done. Like I said, it's been great to see you rise, and everything in the last 6 months has just been crazy to kind of see that trajectory. And I know you're going to just continue to do great work and continue to move forward. So we're glad to have you here. Guys, if you want to get a hold of Zach, if you want to put in a custom order, he really can create anything that you can think of.
The crazier, the better.
In any size, in any way, any shape, even down to like action figure size, all the way up to 20, 30 feet stuff. And so guys, get a hold of Zach. Like I said, Facebook page is a good resource. What's a good business phone number for you?
It's 719-292-2707. That is my business line. You can call or text. And we'll be able, if you have to, leave a message or leave a text message, and I'll get back to you when I check messages.
Awesome. Like you said, the old Jenner Plumbing building down here in Rocky Ford, right across from the Grand Theater.
315 South Main. 315
South Main. You're usually out there, I mean, if it's not raining like it is right now, and I know you're out there, not necessarily business hours, but guys, come on by, afternoon, morning time, early evening.
I'm up early every morning, and I'm usually out or around all day.
Follow the chainsaw. Follow the chainsaw. I know it's always intimidating to walk up to a big, tall man carrying a chainsaw, but Zach's a great guy, really welcoming, really friendly guy, and he appreciates y'all coming up.
Yes.
Come check out what he does. We do have the video from last time. If you want to go back to the videos tab, check out till December. We had you live in action, so you can kind of check out how you carved the stuff, how you guys did a live carving with the bear on our last episode. So guys, you're gonna have to scroll back a little bit, but it's a rainy day, you got nothing better to do, so go back, check out the videos tab, go back to December, first week of December, check out the episode with Zach, and you can see him live in action carve a bear right there.
And you don't mind. So I've got a huge following on TikTok, and I do live carving on TikTok. So if you don't want to leave your home, but you want to watch some carving, I stream there. It's not every day, but I'm trying to make it more normal for me to stream while I carve. And my handle, I guess is what you call it, is Zach Skellington, and I'll have him put that in the comments.
Z-A-K.
Z-A-K-S-K-E-L-L-I-N-G-T-O-N.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, get a hold of Zach for all of your custom wood projects. Like I said, really can't make anything. Imagination is your only ceiling there. So
and really, if you've got this idea just buzzing around your head and you're thinking, oh, that's going to be too complicated, that's going to be crazy, I want to hear your idea.
Challenge him. Take on the challenge. So guys, again, thank you for tuning in. Zach, thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you to all the viewers, supporters, and sponsors. Of course, big shout out to all the sponsors. We do thank you for tuning into the AV Connection, where we are connecting you to local business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, influencers, and small city celebrities. Guys, again, today we are with Zach Gardner, Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving, LLC. We've gone official. It's LLC in the name, dude. So, I mean, we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
We are here.
I was doing it just as Zach Gardner Chainsaw Carving, and I received so many comments that said it does not reflect what you do.
Right.
So I kind of put a poll out there to some friends of mine, and that's kind of what we came up with.
Wooden Marvels.
Wooden Marvels.
Wooden Marvels. I like it, man. I like it. How much are the hats?
$25.
$25. So if you guys want a hat, different colors, different styles, there's a few different styles out there. If you want a Zach Gardner Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving hat, $25. Donate it to the cause. Keep it rolling. One question I wanted to ask you, dude, before we cut off: what brand of chainsaws do you use?
So for my main brand is Steel.
Okay.
And I love them. A lot of people, you'll see main chainsaw carvers go between Steel or Husqvarna. I have no problem with Husqvarna, but I like the system of the Steel.
Okay.
And then the other brand that I use is the Milwaukee 18-volt chainsaws.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I love their power, and I use a multitude of different saws, so I don't have to constantly switch bars out.
You just switch the saw out.
I just change the saw and we keep on going. So
nice.
There's 5 main ones that I use for almost every car.
And then even down to like a Dremel. I know you use like a Dremel set to kind of get down to the fine.
Some Dremel, some rotary tools, some die grinders, a lot of grinders. I probably have like 5 or 6 different grinders with heads on them that do different things. So, and it's so funny because what I do, it's 95% at least chainsaw work, and then I'll use a multitude of other tools just to do the very fine details.
Right, at the very end. And I love what you're doing now, kind of bringing in like the 3D elements, the wire glasses on this project, things like that, adding to continuing to evolve, dude. So you've come a long way. I mean, just in 6 months, I mean, a year that you've been here, I know you had a long storied history before you got to the Arkansas Valley. But as far as we've seen you and where we've seen you come from and grow, dude, it's been really great. Very proud of you.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome to have you here. So, with that, what's your plans for the next year or 3? What can people expect in the future from Wooden Marvels Chainsaw Carving?
Well, this year I'm planning on doing the fair, and hopefully I'll be able to do live carving at the fair this year around. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The next big event, and we're kind of trying to do some different things with, is the melon chunking contest. It's been kind of slow, and not many people know about it. I think it's going to be their 3rd or 4th annual.
Right.
And that's going to be a ton of fun. We get trebuchets out, launch melons. Last year we had some like knights.
And they're going to be back this year too, as far as I know.
I think so, yeah. So the melon chunk contest is something that I'll definitely be there and doing live carving. And then the other big festival around here is the Goodwood Festival, and that's on October 5th. Over there at the Kevin and Judy Campbell's property.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
That's going to be a ton of fun, live music all day, huge bonfire, tons of great people. I think it's going to be their 5th annual. And so we're going to be there, we're going to be hanging out, carving, having a great old time.
Very cool, very cool. As far as the progression of the business itself, do you see yourself in this location for quite a while? Do you look into move into your own, like, I guess, storefront, brick and mortar location for the retail side of things?
It's not out of the realm of possibilities, but right now I'm really enjoying where I'm at, and I get to work really close with Randy Wright, who owns the business, owns the building, Jenner Plumbing, and it's really been a pleasure getting to hang out with him and help him out. And so for right now, I think I'm really happy with where I'm at. And as far as I know, everybody knows where to find me. So.
Right, you're getting rooted,
Yeah.
getting rooted for sure.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure to get a hold of Zach. Of course, countrywide. This one we were talking before the show is getting shipped off to California here.
Yep. Actually, next week
purchased
I have
from
2 that
California.
are going out to California.
Wow.
So.
Have you sold international to this point?
Canada, Mexico, yes.
Okay.
And I have a special order that's going to go to Brazil.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
Thanks,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Follow him on TikTok, Zach Skellington.
Yeah.
ZAK Skellington on TikTok. Follow Zach on Facebook above at the Zach Gardner Facebook page. Guys, remember to get a hold of Zach. You can do it at the phone number one more time.
719-292-2707.
Place a special order. He can do, memorial pieces for your pets, for your fallen loved ones, for anything that you can imagine. Like I said, we're going to do a Buzz Lightyear, so that's going to be really, really cool. All the way up to realistic pieces like the ones behind us, the bears, the different animals, and different things like that. All the way to.
And even if you're just looking for a quote and you're not sure price-wise where something is going to cost you, I never mind giving advice. It's always free. And I have very reasonable rates, but I can definitely give you a ballpark on what you're looking at if you're just curious.
Awesome.
I don't mind helping.
Awesome. So guys, get a hold of Zach. Make sure to support your local business, support your local everything. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Zach. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Anything else you'd like to add before we call it a day?
No, I'm just, thank you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means the world to me, every single one of you. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without you, so I'm really grateful.
Guys, if you're in Rocky Ford, come on by. You said 315?
315 South Main is the business front. I'm just at the back of the building.
Right across the street from the Grand Theater. If you're in La Junta, go to Klein Makerspace. That's
Klein
I'm sure
Makerspace.
there's some merchandise over there as well they can get their hands on, as well as projects and pre-made things that you have set up for display over at Klein.
Yes,
as well.
absolutely.
So,
And they've got an amazing place in there. Even if you just stop by to walk around and see what all they offer so many different classes, and they're just really great people.
Right.
I'm so blessed
Right.
to have hooked up with them and work with them.
Nice. Zach, thank you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the AV Connection. Thank you to all the sponsors, supporters, and viewers to the show. Go check out Zach and all of the sponsors tagged above in the description. Guys, thank you again so much for tuning into the AV Connection. We will see you back here on Monday. It's Friday, right?
Is it? Oh gosh,
It's Friday.
Don't
We'll
do
see
that
you
to
back
me.
here on Monday. Guys, be safe, be smart, and until next time, peace.